Thank you for listening to When Everything Cracks, a memoir of old San Francisco and the mental health system of yore. This chapter is basically 100% true. I don't think there's anything in here that didn't really happen, except for maybe a couple of voices I heard. But anyway, enjoy Chapter 3, Hoboes of Oakland. When I get home, Donny is gone. I can't sleep, so I stay up watching the broken black and white television. There's nothing on, just an old Pat Boone musical and an advertisement for phone sex. The television sputters and threatens to burn out. I turn it off. It smells like burning dust. Outside the window, I see an old chair in front of the flower shop. I go out and grab it. It's damp, but it works. Good. Now we have a chair. When I get upstairs, I notice a cracked leg. I sit on it carefully and it doesn't break. Good. Tomorrow we're going to LA on the freight train. I pack my backpack with a change of clothes and the American wolf flag to use as a blanket. Food. I check the fridge to see if the soup is still there. I lift the pot lid and the unmistakable stench of bad broccoli knocks me over like a sucker punch. I put the lid back on the pot as quickly as I can. Better leave it. I go back to bun me and get a chicken sandwich for myself. Donny can pick what he wants later. At about 6 a.m., Donny comes home. He smells like sex. He says he fucked some guy for $50. Great, now he can get his own chicken sandwich from KFC. I remind Donny that we're catching the train to LA tomorrow. He rolls his eyes. I want him to be as excited as I am about it, but he just isn't. I set the alarm clock for noon. I want to get an early start. The alarm annoys me when it goes off. I get up and Donny says, "What the fuck was that?" Then I brush my teeth and wipe the sleep out of my eyes. Donny takes a bit longer to get ready. He puts his makeup on, which I think might be a bad idea if we run into real hobos, but I don't say anything. On the way to BART, we stop at Burger King for our meal. We get an extra chicken sandwich for later on the train. The BART train lets us off by the post office in West Oakland. It's a few blocks from the train yard. When we get there, we don't see any trains. An old wall-eyed black man is digging a hole between some tracks. He shows us which tracks are heading south. We wait in a ditch by the tracks. It's late afternoon and it's pretty hot out. Donny's makeup starts running down his face. After about 2 hours, Donny says we should ask someone when the train is coming. I find the wall-eyed man again and he says, "The LA train don't come until around about 9 o'clock. The morning train's the one to catch, boys. Get up real early." Great. It's only 5:30 p.m. and we have some time to kill. We walk around West Oakland, which is not a pretty place. Many of the buildings are dilapidated and condemned. Red-rimmed eyes peer out from behind tattered curtains as we walk past. The hair parlor smells like hot combs and no-lie relaxer. We find the Amtrak station where we sit and watch the clock. The station is ancient, probably 100 years old. The bathroom smells like crack and baby sick. They sell snacks. Donny loads up on corn chips and soda pop so we don't go hungry or thirsty on the way down. The announcer comes over the loudspeaker and says my name. I wander away to try and find out why they paged me. The lady at the counter looks at me like I'm crazy. How would anyone know I was here, anyway? Who cares about me enough to page me at the train station? Well, maybe it's Sue. I get on the phone and call her. She says no, but what am I doing at the train station? I explain about riding the rails and she giggles. Why didn't I invite her? You want to come, I ask, and she says no. I see Donny standing by the luggage looking around for me, so I gotta go, and I get off and go see Donny. He asks, what the fuck am I doing leaving the luggage? I say, someone paged me. He says, no, they didn't. Donny brought a copy of Naked Lunch, which he reads while we wait. I don't have anything to read, but there's a newspaper. When I try to read it, my concentration just isn't there. Maybe it's all the excitement about leaving for LA. I can't even tell what the paper is saying. The headlines might as well be written in Sanskrit. I just don't understand what they're trying to say. This worries me a little because I used to be smart. Oh well. Time crawls by. Around 8:30, we head back to our ditch. It's foggy, the grass is covered in dew, and we get wet waiting for the train. The train is late. I don't know what time it is, but we must have waited here another couple of hours. Then we hear the whistle. It's the train. I can see the light. It is moving at a slow crawl. Donny is nodded off, so I push him and we both stand on our feet holding our luggage, ready to leap aboard. Trains create optical illusions as they move toward an object. They appear to be moving very slowly when they're at a distance when, in fact, they're going fast. That's why so many trucks get creamed trying to run the train at a crossing. I discover this as the train approaches us. The train is going about 40 miles an hour. After the engine passes us, we both start running alongside the train, but it's way too fast. The empty boxcars rattle past us, and we can't get on. I trip in the ditch and land in a putrid mud puddle. Donny stops to help me up, and the train is gone. I start laughing, but Donny doesn't think it's so funny. I can't stop laughing. I say, let's wait here and catch the morning train. But Donny says, no fucking way. He starts walking back to BART. I don't want to sleep alone in a ditch in West Oakland, so I follow him. It's almost midnight when we get to BART, and we're lucky to catch the last train back into the city. Donny won't even look at me, and I can't stop laughing, which makes things worse. My ears pop in the tunnel under the bay. I wonder what if the train gets stuck here during an earthquake and the tube bursts and fills with water and we drown. I always think that when I'm in the Transbay Tunnel. I'll bet everybody does.